mean, you have to understand the stuff I'm showing you. I've seen a little while ago. So if I'm not as crazy as I was, it's because I've seen it. Sometimes I try not to watch it so I can have a real reaction on camera.
When a parent walks up to one of our Safe Haven baby boxes, all they have to do is walk up to the door, open the door, take the orange bag, place the infant inside, shut the door, and walk away. Once the hospital gets the notification that a baby has been placed inside the Safe Haven baby boxes, they'll come, open the door, grab the bassinet, and take off for the emergency room.
What's happened to our society? I mean, I guess, if I want to see a positive, they're not aborting the baby. But this is a new thing, and the woman's just selling it like a fucking... Like she works for, like, the FBI or something. She's like, all right, put the baby... It's called the baby box. And you put anyone who doesn't want their baby... So instead of like leaving it on a door or whatever, you take the baby and you put it in a box. And then within a minute and 21 seconds, that baby is now a ward of the state. And once you shut it, you can't open it anymore. It's not your baby anymore. Which just screams so much to me. It screams sus. Like, I love that they're not having abortions, but what is this? So you think, okay, the hospital then takes the baby, they put it over here, the mother's gone, she walks away, who knows if they try to run in or whatever, they're done. Once that baby is in the box, you're gone. Once that latches, it's gone. It becomes a ward of the state. 911 is automatically called. Their nurses are alerted. If the first alarm doesn't go off, the backup alarms from the baby doesn't stand there. You take your bag. The baby's gone. And now Rachel Maddow should be crying about this. So I guess the positive thing is these babies are not being aborted. You literally want to talk like, it just screams to me like, trafficking. Like, yeah, sure, you hope it's going to, it's just you're putting a baby in the system, and the system has got a lot of fucking stink on it. You know, if you can get adopted and get a family right away, that's like, you know, a beautiful thing. But it's a process, I've always heard, and I know people that had foster parents, and you know, they've been very lucky, and others they weren't. There's a lot of stuff there that is not bueno, and I don't even want to go into it. But then the deeper part goes to me is like, are these babies being taken and sold? You know, or is a hospital going to report, just like the Pentagon said, we lost $2.3 trillion, we don't know where it went. Are they going to go, we lost 108 babies last night, we don't know where they went? You know what I mean? And then if you want to go deeper, are they being trafficked into the tunnel, you know, that everyone talks about, that's in the know? Or is it Soylent Green? You know what I mean? Like that, it's just so, I mean, I know, I like that they're trying to have a solution for unwanted babies, which I don't know who you not want a baby. How can you be so cold? How can you be so cold? But it's just our society's just becoming colder, more disposable, less empathetic, and just poof. And it's in there, it's done. It's like you putting the baby in like a fucking microwave. I mean, obviously it's not turning it on and making it hot, but it's like that same type of like box. It's called the baby box. It's just, I mean, I try to stay the positive. The baby, you know, could go in there and live and have a great life. That it was an accident, that it was born in these people's eyes, but I'm just a bit of a more romantic that, putting a baby on a doorstep and a bonnet and, or giving them to your aunt. And your aunt says, I'll raise her. I don't know. That shit is just fucking sad, man.
Like he went.
Okay, hold on a second. This just came up, and I'm gonna have to react to it.
Yeah, it was great. Like he went. Oh my god, like dick slapped after like a first date. That was cool. Dick slapped. Yeah, you got dick slapped. Yeah, it was great. Like he went. What? I know. Did you spit in his face? That is the equivalent of disrespect. Time I got like dick slapped after like a first date. That was cool. Dick slapped.
I'm probably gonna make a fucking enemy here. Just what's up with these female podcasters? What are we doing? Do you know what tact is? They're talking worse than any guy I ever know. I don't know a guy in a locker room. Oh my God. It's just, I can tell you, there's a guy I know, and when I was single, I asked him, I'm like, oh, you hung out with that chick? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah. And he's, he does well. And I was like, and I made like a funny allusion to something. And then he was like, well, I can't really say, And I was like, a little annoyed because I'm like, I'm pretty sure you did. And that was like, I've heard things. And then he just was, but I respect the fact that he didn't fucking tell me. Okay? And he's a dude. And women like him. But again, I wouldn't say like, I would never be in a locker room and go, yo. So then I took my dick, I slapped her with my dick. Like no one ever talks like that. No guys do. No dudes you like would ever say that. No dude be like, yeah, I had my dick, I slapped her. Like, it'd be like, dude be like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, fucking our cameras here? Like, you can't talk about that shit. Don't tell me that shit. What are you, a fucking animal? Like, keep that shit to yourself between you and her. Like, what the fuck? Even in the 80s or 90s, you wouldn't say that. You would just be like, yeah, man, she was freaky. She was fun. We wouldn't say it in private, let alone on a podcast. And fucking be a woman, which is supposed to be like these fucking creatures that are so sweet. And then you be as freaky as you want, but just give me the illusion still. That wasn't even something I was going to react to. So I don't know who that chick is. She's probably going to hate me. She's very popular. Probably because she's getting dick slapped and talking about it. I have no idea. But she's got a lot more followers than I do. And you know how that is. That means that she's the winner and I'm a loser.